Hey YouTube, this is EvanMagician34, and I've got my deck review for the Dragons Collide Structure deck. This is the paper mat that comes with the deck. It's really cool except for the fact that it's paper, which means it's not going to be able to hold up to a lot of abuse. But the art is really awesome because Light Pulsar Dragon and Dark Flare Dragon do look really cool together. So hopefully, hint hint Konami, you make a nicer, like rubberized version of this mat that we can use, say, when at a regional or something would be really cool. First card you're going to get is Light Pulsar Dragon. He can be normal summoned or special summoned other ways, but he can also summon himself like a Chaos Monster, and you can even pitch a Light and a Dark from your hand to special summon him from your grave, which is awesome. And whenever he's sent from your field to the grave, you can go get a dark dragon that's level 5 or higher and special summon it onto the field. So the basic idea is, and he's 2500 attack too, which is pretty solid. Basic idea is he gets sent to the grave, you get Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, use Darkness Metal Dragon's effect to bring him back. This guy dies, you can bring Darkness Metal back, lather, rinse, repeat. Really exciting, very good card. Almost justifies the deck by itself in a lot of ways. Really good. Star of the deck. Counterpart Dark Flare Dragon. Very similar in terms of how you summon it, except he doesn't have the ability to come back from your grave in the same way. But other than that, they're pretty much the same. 2400 attack instead, so not quite as exciting. But once per turn, you can send a dragon from your hand and one from the deck to the grave, and then DD Crow something in either player's grave. So I can set you up for some weird tricks, set off your Eclipse Wyvern, which is the other foil you'll get in this deck. But crowing your opponent's obviously a cool trick. He may be interesting to play with Disaster Dragon, Hopeless Dragon kind of stuff. There's also Eclipse Wyvern. When he's sent to the grave in any way, shape, or form, just like Dandelion, he'll banish a level 7 or higher mandatory Light or Dark Dragon from your deck. And if he's banished from the grave, then he gets whatever card he banished and adds it to your hand. So, interesting, says I might combo. Likes to be removed for these guys' effects, obviously. But maybe just a little underwhelming. We'll have to see. The other stuff you get, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon, kind of seen these guys printed before. White Stone of Legend, nice, but not impossible to get. Red Eyes Black Chick, Axe Dragonite, nice card, I like Axe Dragonite. Vice Dragon, Inferior Cyber Dragon, Dragonith, underrated Lightsworn. Prime Material Dragon, good to have a reprint on this guy. He's very useful and worth considering for anything with Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon in it. Dark Arm Dragon, he's gotten some reprints recently, but common is good for those of you who missed the other printings. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, core of the big giant dragon archetype kind of thing. Definitely goes very well with the foils from this deck. Chaos Sorcerer, nice to see him again. Lord of D, a little less nice to see. Mystic Tomato, solid card. Summoner Monk, nice reprint of course. Snipe Hunter, nice guy. Herald of Creation, underrated, but not tier 1. Jane, Lila, nice to see her as a common. Kaiba well, if you missed it before, you got it now. Raikou, good to see it as an easy to get common. That needed to happen, so that's nice. Chaos Zone, whenever stuff gets banished, when monsters get banished, you add chaos counters to it for every monster that got banished. Once per turn during your turn, you can remove 4 or more chaos counters from it to pick any banished monster whose level is equal to the number of counters you pulled off and special summon it. So that's yours or your opponent's, which is really cool. You can't get Xyz monsters this way, but you really don't want a special summon removed from play Xyz monsters most of the time anyway, so that's kind of a moot point. But whenever it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you get the thrill of searching your deck for a light or dark monster whose level is equal to or less than the number of counters that were on it when it went away. So play this, and then you say summon Chaos Sorcerer, or you DD Crow your opponent, and you put some counters on it, and when it goes to the yard, you'll have at least enough to go search for, say, Effect Veiler or another DD Crow or something cool like that. It only gets light and dark monsters out of your deck, but it's still nice and interesting. What may kill it for this card and make it not playworthy is the fact that your opponent has to be the one to destroy it. So you can't just like play Chaos Zone, banish something, play another Chaos Zone, destroy it that way. That won't get you the search. So that will probably be the thing that kind of makes that card not playable. Burst Stream of Destruction, Inferno Fire Blast, Polluted Summoning Dragon, Wingbeat of Giant Dragon, interesting but still not going to make it. Book, nice to see reprint. Magical Stone Excavation. Reasoning, good card. Monster Gate, also pretty good. Nice for this kind of deck. Card Trader, DDR, I guess it's nice to see a reprint of that. Charge doesn't hurt either. Dragon's Rebirth, just banish a dragon that you control, and you can special summon any dragon from your hand or grave. It doesn't care about levels and stuff like that, so basically when this card or one of your dragons on the field you care less about, then what you could get is targeted or threatened. You flip this, banish the dragon, which you didn't care about, and get something big from your grave, like Red as Darkness Metal or something like that. Neat card, very interesting. I do like that one. Burst Breath, still pretty useful, good for cleaning up hordes of monsters. Zectors, anyone? Call of the Haunted, not bad. Interdimensional Matter Transporter, interesting card with a lot of possibilities, but probably not worth the cut in the long run. Escape from the Dark Dimension, nice to get a reprint on that, I guess, and it gets your dark removed from play stuff back, so you can do some tricks with it, but still kind of an inferior Call of the Haunted for removed from play monsters, because it's limited on type. So anyway, that's the deck. It also comes with a rule book and all that good stuff, but it's not really that important unless you're just coming into the game, in which case that's a great thing to have. But otherwise, you know, who cares? You already know. So bottom line, is this deck worth buying? Is it worth your $10 of hard-earned or hard-taken or whatever? Is it worth your $10? Yes, absolutely. This is one of the decks that has thrilled me the most out of the last few that came out. And the last few were pretty good too. I do like that the quality of pre-constructed decks is improving lately in the last year or so. These cards are absolutely worth having. Excuse me while I choke. So yeah, basically, buy the deck. At least one to get these guys, but absolutely pick up like like 3 if you can, really, just to get playsets of the cool core cards like this guy. And then Chaos Zone and all that good stuff. But two would be functional, I think. So 1 definitely, 2 hopefully, 3 if you like sets of 3, which you should if you're a hardcore player, then yes, absolutely. So anyway, that's my review on the Dragon's Collide Structure deck. And until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and check out my channel for more cool videos.